Another big story for you this hour. We're talking about human sex trafficking efforts to shut them down in the city of Atlanta. So I want to do a pulse check here and see if Tyler Fingert can hear me. He's the one who's staying on top of this press conference for us. Tyler, how are you?
Yeah, hey, Alex, good afternoon to you, or good morning to you. We're still in the 11 o'clock hour with the FIFA World Cup coming to town in just a matter of months. The city of Atlanta and also the world's busiest airport say they stand ready to be able to fight human trafficking, which is an ongoing commitment that they've been talking about yearly since this is Human Trafficking Awareness Month. Take a look behind me. They just finished wrapping up where the news conference was held just a short while ago to talk about the efforts that they're going to be doing to make sure that they can keep people in our community safe and folks who may be coming through our area who could possibly be victims of human trafficking. A number of speakers from airport leadership to Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens talked about how human trafficking is a global problem which preys on the vulnerability of people. They say that with the World Cup coming in June and July, more movement and people here means there's more opportunity to exploit. Officials made it clear that human trafficking will not go unseen and unchecked, but they call on people in our community to see something. If they see something, to say something. Mayor Dickens said traffickers count on the rest of us not to say anything, so people must speak up. The Georgia Attorney General's office said human trafficking is vitally important to them, and they have helped recover over 200 children and secured 70 convictions. The Atlanta police chief talked about how his officers are trained to spot human trafficking and focus on a victim-centered approach. Officials provided some big indicators on signs of human trafficking, including holding no identification or if that ID is held by another person, also accompanied by an overly controlling travel companion, and also displaying signs of anxiety, depression, fear, annoyance, resistance, or belligerence to authorities. During the news conference, officials emphasized the importance of public involvement and the role of reporting complaints. Take a listen to what we were told.
We take this responsibility seriously. We train our teams to recognize the signs. We work alongside law enforcement that you'll hear from later and our federal partners. We collaborate with advocacy organizations, and we speak up because awareness saves lives and silence does not.
Human trafficking continues to be one of the fastest growing criminal enterprises in the entire world. The National Human Trafficking Hotline says the average age of a trafficking victim is just under 15 years old. These are young people having their lives stolen from them and their futures disrupted. So in Atlanta, we are never going to stop targeting these traffickers.
Yeah, and so airport employees here are trained on what to notice and what to spot for maybe someone who is a victim of human trafficking. We heard from someone from Delta Airlines, one of their legal counsel, who talked about what the airline does for both crews here on the ground and also their in-flight crews. I think the flight attendants who may be spotting things, different things during flight of a passenger who may be a victim of human trafficking. So they say it's a group effort. Different people along the board are obviously involved in this. You know that you have different people here at the airport, from TSA to what's known as the green coats here, the information people here at the world's busiest airport. They want to make sure that people are trained all across the board to be able to spot potential people who are unfortunately victims of human trafficking. And an interesting note that I thought was interesting was the Delta Airlines representative said that 90,000 employees are trained around the world to be able to spot human trafficking. And that's important to note because Delta employs somewhere around 100,000 to 110,000 employees around the world. So a good portion of their staff throughout this country and throughout the world are trained to be able to spot some of the indicators that could indicate that a person is being trafficked. And so the real goal here is to make sure that they can protect the vulnerable and try to get them the help that they need. We also did hear from someone who is a former human trafficking victim. She has turned her pain into purpose. We're working on that part of the story, and we'll hopefully have that a little bit later coming up on Fox Local. Alex.
All right. right, Tyler, we appreciate you keeping us in the know on all of that. You bring up some really good points because we know Hartsfield-Jackson is the world's busiest airport. We've got several different interstates that flood right on into it. So it is a hub and can be ground zero for human trafficking. So we appreciate that report. We'll see more from you later on this stream.